Hi everyone and welcome to Lost Boy. My name is Jamie for those of you that are new to my channel, and for those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support. This is going to be a general collective message. It's intended for whoever needs it. Take the messages that resonate with you in your particular situation and drop the ones that do not. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, the information on how to book one is down below in the description box. Please consider hitting that like button and that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It truly does help the channel, and it helps get the messages out there to others who may need them. Alrighty, y'all, we're going to begin with the dice. Things might get loud for a little bit, so if you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume for a hot minute. Universe. What is going on in the energy? And what is it that the collective needs to know at this time? Okay. A lot of pentacle energy here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles reversed, and the Three of Pentacles. Somebody here has like actively been working hard to try and rob somebody of their hard work, trying to rob them of some kind of long-term success here, trying to get in the middle between some kind of seed that somebody here has planted. This could even be trying to stop somebody from collaborating with like-minded people who are on the same page. We have this Two of Wands, the Three of Swords reversed, and the Four of Swords. It's like somebody here was really trying to betray you in some kind of way, but they only ended up getting the opposite effect. I feel like they may have been able to delay something. We have the Hierophant and the Five of Cups. That's double fives, 55. Some of you, for some of you, somebody here did not want you to be seen as some kind of leader. They didn't want you rising through the ranks. But now I feel like somebody here is crying and grieving over the fact that you have left, that this betrayal only had the opposite effect. We have the Chariot. No, it caused you to move on. It caused you to move forward. I don't know if somebody here wanted you to chase them. Maybe somebody here did not see you as an opportunity, you as some kind of a gift. So maybe they thought that they could put you on the back burner somehow. But then they see that you're moving forward, and that maybe the possibility of ever working together with you is being laid to rest. Maybe somebody is realizing that they never will be able to work with you again, or be with you again, or that you will ever treat them the same again. This could be somebody here that you once held in high regards. This could be family, or friends that you considered family, or even work that you considered like family. Somebody here thought that they were, I don't know, they thought that was better. I don't know, it's giving the energy of like, if you can't accept me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Somebody really just ended up shooting themselves in the foot is what this is giving. We have the Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands reversed, and the Ten of Wands. The Page of Swords is generally somebody here who's very inquisitive, somebody here who likes to look deeper into things, right? The type of person that would go down rabbit holes. I don't know if somebody here received some kind of news that they felt was true. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. That's somebody who is very insecure. This is weird energy. I don't know if this is somebody here who doesn't like competition. No, because we have the Hierophant right here. has something to do with your integrity and maybe the way that you're seen in public. Like I said, being seen as some kind of a leader here. And this could be somebody here who is envious that you receive more attention than they do. So maybe they were trying to block this opportunity, or even trying to block you from receiving something because they felt like you didn't deserve it, or that you weren't being forthcoming and honest with who you are and what your intentions are. Somebody here definitely did not believe you. We have the Emperor reversed. There's definitely somebody here extremely controlling, extremely hot-headed. Very strong Aries, Leo energy here. Could be a Cancer. Excuse me, Taurus as well. We have the Hermit reversed. And then we have Strength reversed. Somebody did something out of fear. They didn't trust in their insights. They didn't look deeper into something. I feel like somebody really doubted themselves in regards to you. The Knight of Cups, the Four of Cups reversed, and the Queen of Cups. Something here to do with your heart. Your heart is still shining after all of this time. I don't know, I really feel like somebody here thought that they were getting to you by creating this kind of betrayal, this kind of rejection here, in hopes that it would stop you from moving forward. It's kind of giving me the energy of somebody here thought that they robbed you of your heart, robbed you of your soul, robbed you of love. Maybe by wanting to make you feel isolated here. Because with this Hermit reverse, this could be somebody here who was forced into isolation. Or they wanted you left out. They wanted you to feel lost. But something here happened really quickly where I feel like I had the opposite effect. You were just like, all right, fine. If you don't want to support me, if you don't want to believe in me, then fine, you're out of the picture. So it had the opposite effect because somebody was trying to control something. They wanted you to, but when they did this, they wanted you to like fall in line. They wanted you to follow their plan, but you didn't follow their plan. You didn't give in. You didn't give in to the fear that they were projecting, that they were casting. This is definitely somebody here who might have been even competing with you, throwing a lot of roadblocks and obstacles here in your way, but you kept speaking your truth. And something here about the depth of you would be seen through time. Whatever you did, you decided, you know what, I'm no longer going to miss on my opportunity. I honestly feel like this is an individual or individuals that have always asked you to put them first, but never wanted to put you first. Very unsupportive, very controlling, very manipulative. But you didn't let this rob you of your heart. You continued to persevere. You continued to push through. You continued to shine, and you continued to love, even if it meant loving something alone. This could be you following your passion in some kind of way. Whatever that looks like to you, that dream life that you've always wanted. These could be people whose hopes and dreams never came true because, I don't know, they listened to the advice of other people. I don't know, they didn't have the strength or the perseverance to keep pushing through. Or this could be people here who, if they don't have support, if they don't have people cheering them on, you know, they're unable to cheer themselves on. But that wasn't the case for you. Either way, opportunities are coming in now, and I feel like you're closing a chapter here on the past. Some of you could even be starting to see some kind of success, some kind of fruits to your labor at this time, and that's why people are looking like, oh shit, I didn't believe in them when they first started this, but now look how good they're doing. It's something here is undeniable. It's undeniable now. Whatever you're doing, I feel like you're leading in something. And I don't mean you have to be like the biggest leader in the world here, but you definitely have people who are following you and who are inspired by you. Somebody thought that they could prolong this out of you, or they thought that they could have more control over you. They only ended up shooting themselves in the foot. Because I feel like whatever this last thing was of them trying to rob you from this Ten of Pentacles, because that's what really they were trying to do. They were trying to betray you. They were trying to betray you from building something here for yourself. Something here that could potentially be passed down from generation to generation. Whoever I'm speaking to, I really feel like you are the one here that has been breaking some kind of generational curse, some kind of trauma from your family, maybe something here that has been passed down. You broke free, you broke out of the mold. Somebody here doesn't like the fact that you're shining because you're shining brighter than them. This could even be somebody here who is increasingly angry, very envious, very jealous. We're gonna find out some more. Universe, tell us more. Insecurity and dissipating. So there's somebody here that's just wasting away. They kind of gave up on life. Something here about you, the fact that you keep going. I don't know if this person is being compared to you and they're like, oh, well, you know, collective is still moving, collective is still going. They're not defined by what has happened to them. They've been able to persevere through the challenges here with the Ten of Wands, even the ones that you put in their way. Universe, tell us more. We have release, completion, and prayer. I just heard atheist. I don't know if you've been dealing with somebody here who's an atheist and maybe they pretend to be religious, they pretend to be spiritual, but they really don't believe in anything because they obviously don't believe in themselves. They're dissipating, they're wasting away. Somebody's upset that you have released them. That's really what this is. They know that you're never going to come back. And they're extremely depressed at this. Maybe because they feel like they've gone too far this time, or they went too far, or something here about not wanting to believe in you because maybe this person never believed in themselves. They know that the old version of you is dead and gone. But prayer in the reverse, I don't know. Is somebody here trying to curse you? I mean, that's the opposite of a prayer. It's a hex, right? And that could just be somebody just wishing bad on you, right? Sending that evil eye by going, oh, I wish collective doesn't outshine me. I don't want them to be happy. I don't want their business to succeed. Whatever it is, right? That's a hex in itself. But this is somebody here who's wasting away. They're wasting their whole life, watching their life go by. This is destiny, though. Something was meant, this is meant to happen the way that it was. And maybe what was waiting was for you to finally say, you know what? I'm done trying to prove myself to people who can't even prove themselves to themselves. Maybe you finally woke up, right? Because sometimes we have these ideas about certain people, right? Maybe we look at them, oh, they're older than us, or they're more mature, or they have more experience. That doesn't necessarily mean that they always want the best for you. They have their own baggage as well. And maybe you woke up and you were like, who are you to tell me what I can and cannot do when you haven't even done anything for yourself? Maybe you took a real hard look at this person or these people and you were like, you have nothing to show for yourself. What have you accomplished? You're just wasting away. So who are you? We have abundance. Somebody's trying to stop you from gaining abundance your way because they lost their chance. And look, what is he going to do? He's going to go right back there and drink. He's going to go back there and dissipate. This was destiny. You had to release this person or these people or the way your perception of them. Your perception has changed. You're no longer easily controlled, easily manipulated. You have moved on. You're in a whole different frequency, and these people cannot reach you. They can't touch you. They know that you're getting ready to tap into some kind of abundance, to tap into your spiritual inheritance. Excuse me. As much as they tried to even stop and block you from doing this, they could have even been like counter praying against you. Universe, tell us more. Something here about the attention or the spotlight. Maybe you're receiving a lot of attention at this time. People are definitely inspired by what it is that you do. We have high honor. You had to release them because you're stepping into some kind of high honor. There is some kind of judication that is happening here, whether in the physical courts or spiritual court. Somebody here needs to answer for what they've done. Universe, tell us more. You're receiving some kind of high honor here because you decided to release something that didn't serve you anymore. Something that was blocking you from receiving this 10 of Pentacles. Universe, tell us more. Universe, tell us more, please. Message of concern. Judication is still here at the bottom of the deck. Somebody's receiving a message of concern that something is over. Somebody here could have... Something you could have even been going through probate and they didn't want you to know about it, for those of you that are dealing with something in the legal system in case this involves an inheritance. Somebody didn't want you to receive something. You could be receiving a message now. Maybe that somebody passed away a while ago and somebody was trying to block you from receiving something in probate even. We have a mature man and we have change. There is some kind of change here that is happening. It's unavoidable. Nines are all about closure, closing out a cycle. And again, this 14 breaks down to a 5. There's a lot of change happening here. Unexpected income. You're receiving some kind of unexpected income. We have a wealthy man in a house in a community. Maybe somebody didn't want you to connect with a wealthy individual, or they never wanted you to be a wealthy individual. You're definitely receiving some kind of unexpected income, even though somebody here was praying against it, trying to hex you, trying to stop you, trying to block you. This could even be like somebody not wanting you to connect, get into in a partnership here, or receive some kind of investment. Because this could be somebody here wanting to invest in you, or wanting to invest in your business. We have a whole community here, and you are going to be receiving a gift. So a whole community could have actively been working to try and block something here that could bring you a lot of security with this house card, to give you a stable foundation, to make you feel safe. This could have to do in regards to your gifts. And for each and every single one of you, your gifts are different. Maybe your gift is nursing. Maybe it's being a lawyer. Maybe it's doing what I do. Or maybe it's being a writer, a musician. Whatever it is that brings you joy, brings you passion, that you love doing, but you're also able to share with the world. You do something out of love. It's inherent within you. This could also be somebody here didn't... This could even be... For example, like this could be somebody else's family, right? Who was trying to dissuade this wealthy individual from connecting with you. Maybe because they were trying to say that you weren't worth it, or you weren't what you claimed to be, you know, type of thing, like keeping you away from a partnership. Take this reading however it resonates. But there's definitely been a group of people here who felt like you were undeserving of something. Meanwhile, the people who have been spreading all that shit, praying against you, sending hearses, sending curses your way. There could be a hearse involved here somehow. I'm just saying, maybe somebody here was trying to get you out of the picture, so that way, you know what I mean, they could marry the wealthy individual, or they could be seen as the wealthy individual if this is an inheritance. Maybe somebody here was trying to claim something all for themselves, but in order for that to happen, they would have to get rid of you. But instead, the hearse is pulling up for them. They were also trying to stop somebody here from receiving some kind of high honor, from stepping into their rightful role, the one that they were sent down to this earth to fulfill. It's really given the energy of somebody trying to rob you of your soul contract, but they were trying to do that by poisoning your mind? Very strange. 9 of Swords. Somebody's crazy in guilt now, because somebody here refused to let go. Like, look at this. This man is just sitting there, holding all of those pentacles while somebody else is slaving away. It's like somebody wanted you to do all the work so they can receive the benefit. Something here about they didn't understand what you were doing, so they didn't know how to control it. The 5 of Swords reversed. Somebody here had a choice. Somebody thought that they were going to get away with whatever they were doing, but they're not. 10 of Wands reversed and the 4 of Swords reversed. Somebody refused to let something go. Somebody could have even received some kind of news and message to stop what they were doing. Stop while they were ahead. But they didn't. They refused to drop it. This is definitely someone here that you once held in high regards with the Lover. Somebody here that you had some kind of soul contract with. A soulmate of sorts. Family, friend, lover, business. And like I say, soulmates, some of them are only in our life for a season. Some are in our life longer than others. 6 of Wands reversed. The 2 of Swords reversed and the 7 of Wands. Somebody here is not victorious in trying to storm the castle. They were trying to storm the castle, steal your crown, steal your anointing, steal your soul contract. They wanted to steal your life, they wanted to snuff you out, and they wanted to reside in your castle. But they were unvictorious. This person's a loser, and now they're just sitting around wasting their time watching the world go by. The 2 of Swords reversed and the 6 of Wands. The truth here is being seen about how far somebody was willing to go, how far they were willing to lie, just to win at all costs. We have the Star reversed, the King of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Cups. You decided to love on yourself with this Ace of Cups. That's how you avoided some kind of deceit, some kind of trickery here with the 7 of Swords in the reverse. And maybe you guys had to move in silence and somebody thought that you were being sneaky, you were being shady. But in all actuality is, you knew that you couldn't trust this individual. Sometimes you gotta play dumb. Maybe you caught on and you were like, you know what, I gotta play dumb, I gotta play stupid. I gotta play small in front of this person in order to, you know, to get the heat off of you in some kind of way. And again, with this whole Star in the reverse, somebody thought that their dreams were going to come true, but they're not. They're not. The truth is being seen about somebody, or even a couple here that went up against you. A King and Queen of Wands reversed. These are people who don't like seeing other people do better than them. These are people who have all of these expectations. They need to follow the rules, right? They want to be seen as the best. These are people whose dreams have failed because they failed themselves. Plain and simple. I'm gonna keep it real. They failed their own dreams. 6 of Cups reversed. I feel like you're over the past. You recognize your worth here as the Queen of Pentacles. Again, with this Star reversed. The 2 of Wands reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed. Everything's coming out in reverse so far, but something here is playing out just how as it should. The wait is over. Somebody did not want you also to step out in blind faith, because the Hierophant is hanging out in the background here. You stepped out in blind faith. You knew that you weren't walking alone. You knew that you were protected. You knew that you would be able to make it through this, and that the enemy was just going to end up exposing themselves, digging their grave even deeper. They didn't count on the fact that you would probably never see them the same. And that's what they were hoping on. That's what they were banking on, is the way that you viewed them. It's all about perception here. These people thought that they had more power over you, so you let them believe that they did. And so you moved in silence. The enemy ended up exposing themselves by literally doing nothing. They're literally wasting away now. The energy that they sent for you. This could be people who wanted you to waste away. Insecurity, guilt, and creation. They wanted you to help take care of them. Look at that person sitting there in the back drinking that bottle of vodka. Is it vodka? I think it is vodka. Sitting there drinking that bottle of vodka. As you slave away and take care of them. All because they're insecure. So they were trying to dim your light to stop you from moving on, because something about you makes them feel bad about yourselves. But again, that's not your problem. You are not responsible for other people's triggers. And I'm so sick of this world putting these unhealed people, putting that pressure on everybody else. Your triggers are not anybody else's responsibilities. You need to start checking yourselves. Plain and simple. We all have the same amount of time in a day. Make better use of it instead of wasting it. You know, and then these people get desperate when they're insecure. They get desperate, and then they make all these deals with the devil. They don't have to sign, you know, a line with blood. They just have to embrace the bad thought. If you're not doing something out of love, then I would really, really ask yourself why you're even doing it in the first place. Because love is God's language. The real God's language. I don't care what you call it. However you identify spiritually, I don't care. It's all semantics to me, because before humans existed, before other worlds existed, it was all just energy. And some people don't like it when I say that. But oh well. Either way, something here is happening as it should. I'm getting really angry during this reading, and I don't know why. Maybe some of you have just been frustrated by this energy, and you're just like, come on. Enough is enough already. And maybe it just took you to get to that point to say enough is enough. Right? To take your little spark, that little flame that you had, in order for it to explode. Two of Pentacles reversed, Three of Pentacles reversed in death. Somebody here, they had a choice. This all has to do with Pentacle, and it has to do with reality, and it has to do with physicality. Something physical on this world. You're working ahead, working alone. Building something here the right way, putting in the work, following the steps. And maybe that's why people didn't believe in you. Because you decided to do it the right way. You're not like these people. You didn't skip steps. You didn't give up when the going got tough. That's why these people are wasting away, because they gave up when the going got tough. They gave up. So they wanted you to give up. They wanted you to make to make the same choice that they made. But you didn't. And somebody here didn't want to work with you. They didn't want to collaborate with you. They didn't want to believe in you. They didn't want to support you. And they thought that by putting all that pressure on you, even by having probably other people turn against you, that you would eventually fold and give in. But you only doubled down, because you were not going to give up on your dreams and on your hopes, and you were not going to give up on yourself, even though other people may have given up on you. And you know what? I think you took that as, you know what? I don't need those people in my life anyway. So let them lie, let them snicker, let them be angry. Whatever they're saying is really just a reflection on how they feel about themselves with the Queen of Swords reversed. You know, somebody who can be very cold, say very mean things, right? Throwing shade, but really the only shade that they're throwing is their own. Because it's not an accurate portrayal of who you are, because at the end of the day, you should know who you are on the inside. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me, right? As long as you know thyself. And they were hoping on the fact that you wouldn't know yourself. But here you are, stepping into some kind of high honor here, because you did something alone, you persevered, and you didn't give up. And that's why these people feel like they shot themselves in the foot, because now they see that you're doing well, that you're doing better than even expected, and they know they don't have access to you because you're not going to see them the same, because I feel like you're going to be like, why are you coming around now? Why? Because now you've hit wealth? Because they know they're only going to want a handout because they're wasting their life. They're not doing anything for themselves. Meanwhile, you've put in the work to build something, to create something for yourself. Right behind that guilt is creation. They were trying to stop you from creating, from bringing something that you knew you were meant to do. As above, so below. They were trying to stop you from bringing something, from manifesting something into existence, which is the life that you were always meant to live. Maybe at one point you were even sad if these were, you know, obviously a soulmate of some sort. But I feel like now you just got past the point of it hurting to the point of it just being insufferable, because I feel like you've gained the enlightenment here to understand that these people were just really fighting with themselves, and that it was never really your burden and your problem to begin with in the first place. And that's the point that they didn't want you to reach. Well, it sucks to be them, because had they supported you, I feel like you would have no problem sharing. But I feel like now you know better. Because whoever I'm reading for, I feel like you are in it to, like, uplift everyone. That's why you're in this Hierophant energy. You're in this father energy. Male or female. This is somebody who provides for their own because they generally love to. Right? Think about a priest or a pastor, and I'm not talking about the bad ones, I'm talking about the good ones. Right? When they get up there to their altar, they're doing that out of love. Love for their faith and love for their other fellow congregational members. Or at least they're supposed to. But some of them have their own agenda, but that's a whole topic for a whole different day. You're leading by experience. You're leading by example. Meanwhile, you were dealing with people who would rather do as I say than what I do. You know what I mean? Or that type of bullshit that goes around in this world. We have bad karma here. Somebody is receiving bad karma for what they wished on you, for being so hooked on what you had going on in your life, for trying to reel you in, right? Trying to catch you. Universe, tell us more. Universe, tell us more, please. What's the tea? We have Queen Rising. Somebody was trying to stop a Queen Rising. Or this could be somebody here who lost their own spark. They lost their own flame. They gave up preemptively. A spiritual hater. I don't mean to laugh. This is somebody here who gave up on themselves. I don't know, whoever I'm speaking to, you're very spiritual. You're very connected with the universe. You never gave up. Maybe somebody here wanted to feel like you were crazy, like you were stupid, that you weren't worth it, but you knew that you were. In all actuality, this person was just projecting the fact that they felt they were unworthy of something. And now they're receiving bad karma for going up against you. Somebody who could have even been cyberbullying you online. You are being bullied online, or they has suffered from it. Somebody here who has no facts, they make shit up, and they want a handout. This is somebody here who wants a handout. Child services? That just escalated. Whoever this cyberbully is, I don't know, maybe they're being caught up. Maybe there's been some kind of investigation about this person attacking you. Or this person could have even been reporting you. That's a form of cyberbullying, reporting your content, reporting your posts. Trying to claim that you were batshit crazy, or whatever the case is, or maybe some of them were trying to say because you were building some kind of dream that maybe you weren't able to take care of your children or whatever. But I feel like the shoe got put on the other foot. Because whatever they reported you on only ended up exposing themselves for the hatred that they're holding in their heart, which has put into question their character. And they could even be a potential at losing their children. All because they refuse to rise in their own way? Impersonator. Dusted off in a dirty offer. Ego. Somebody here is in their ego. You hurt their ego when you decided to no longer listen to them, when you no longer decided to be under their control. I don't know, maybe you cleaned it up, like you just dusted it off, right? To the left, like you treated them as if they were, you were just cleaning your house. You were just doing your regular dusting. Like, you were just like, all right, bye. Right? Clean it up with your rag and throw it. You even probably threw the rag out. I'll just buy a new one. Somebody here now wants to make you some kind of dirty offer here because their ego is hurt. Their ego was the first thing that got in the middle of this relationship anyway. Somebody here who's always partying, dissipating. And they're fake flexing. So these are people that don't even have shit to themselves here, but they like to show off. Wouldn't you rather show off something here that you worked hard for? So why would you throw dirt on somebody who's actually... Right, because they don't want you to expose them. Because by you doing good with what you built would expose them for people who just fake. Because they don't want you to show them up. This is a happiness hater. Somebody here who doesn't want you to be happy. Because they're not happy. I'm so sick of this energy. It's coming to an end, too. This person could have even been trying to impersonate you. Maybe that's why they were trying to control you. Trying to make you feel bad about yourself. Wanting to project onto you how they really felt about themselves. So that way in hopes that you would dissipate, that you would forget, that you would go, that you would want to give up. Maybe self-delete. They would want you to give up. So that way they could finally have you out of the picture. Because they wanted to be seen as the one. But they're not real. They're fake. I don't know if this is like a family member, like a sibling or something, or someone in your friends group, or I don't know. It's given the energy of like somebody wants to be seen as like that victor, right? With that Six of Wands reverse. They want to be seen as the one who's winning in life. But who defines what winning in life is? That's the thing that I don't get. Maybe this is people here. I mean, they're fake flexing. This is people who, I don't know. Maybe they value money. Maybe they value the cars. Maybe they value the homes. But, just because Listen, I've learned a lot of things in life. Just because people drive a fancy car does not mean that they're rich. I'm just gonna say that. Sometimes it's all about looks and appearances, but you go look in their bank account and it's like negative 100 or something. Or maybe they don't even have a bank account. I'm just keeping it real. I dated a dude once, and he was all like, look at my Ferrari. And I was like, but that's all he had. That's all he had was a Ferrari. And I'm like, okay, that's it? You worked so hard just for that? You have nothing else? Nothing? No goals, no hobbies, no individuality. That's all he liked to do was just drive his Ferrari and show off. And I was like, well, you can do that by yourself. And you know what? I still never took a ride in it, and I don't care. Somebody here is going bankrupt. They're bankrupt. As I mentioned that story, they're bankrupt. Just because they have all the nice things, they look like they have the nice clothes, they wear the brand names. At the end of the day, none of that matters. We come into this world with nothing, and we leave this world with nothing. We come into we do come in this world with something, and that's our soul. And that's the only thing we leave with. But some of us don't leave with our souls. Not when you sold it to other things. Your light irritates their demons. Always partying. They were even trying to claim that maybe you always party, but you don't. There is some kind of photo proof. Somebody here is now running away because they were just trying to get some kind of attention. This person isn't shit. This could even be somebody here who was competing with you in the same industry. Or somebody here trying to claim, you know what, I can do what they do, but I can do it better. Well, you're going to have to go through the same trials and tribulations that the collective did. There is some kind of photo evidence here that is being revealed, that is coming out, about somebody here trying to chase some kind of attention, trying to say anything, making anything up. Just because they don't like the fact that you're shining, they don't like your power, they don't like the way that you move, the way that you manifest, the way that you create. Now they're running away? Now they're going to want to run away? I feel like with this always party, maybe their party is over now. Maybe whatever little support they had by going up against you has faded because whatever you have done for yourself, it now cannot be denied. Universe, give me one more, please. Thank you. Cock blocking in the reverse. Somebody here can no longer block you. Whatever they were trying to do, all those blocks, all those road obstacles, roadblocks, they have been removed. And it no longer has a hold on you. You don't even care. You don't even value the same things anymore. Somebody here who was daydreaming, fantasizing about you, this broke-ass person. I wanted to say broke-ass bitch. And for those of you who have been following me on this channel, that word is gender non-specific. Men and female can both be bitches alike. Just saying. Somebody here who holds a grudge. Why? Because you let them go? Because you realize that, you know what, this person isn't good for me? Let me just exit the situation. Let me release them. And that triggered their ego, because who is collective to release me? A collective is a collective, and they'll do whatever the hell they goddamn please. That is their prerogative. I don't know, somebody took something to offense when it came to you. Y'all, I'm just using some Florida water because this energy is wild. I don't know, I feel like something here is finally catching up to somebody. The road is now open to you. Whatever obstacles were in your way, I mean, you were able to hurdle over them. You made it through to the other end. In spite of the extra resistance, which is probably why you're receiving all that unexpected income. You're going to be receiving double for all of your troubles. I am going to put these back. I am going to take a look at them first, though. We have a divorce here, some kind of contract here that is coming to an end. If this person was trying to hold on to a relationship, you know, this is somebody here who could even be in a relationship. Like I said, we had that couple, King and Queen of Wands in the reverse. They're not even happy with each other, but they feel like they need to stick together because what is everybody else going to say? Putting on a show, that's what they're doing, because they made bad choices. There is some kind of recording, some kind of announcement, some kind of truth that is coming out in regards to some kind of fake friends, and you were just fighting for what you love? Somebody hated the fact that you had so much belief in yourself? Universe, tell us more. Everything's falling apart. Everything that this person has built, that this group has built, is falling apart. Somebody here could have even gotten somebody else pregnant through tantric sex. Now they're all in their feelings here. And the police are involved somehow? What do these people do? Maybe it's because of all the cyberbullying that they did. Maybe it's all the cyberbullying that they did is going to get them caught up here. Maybe they were trying to report your shit, but then maybe they got reported to the authorities, or they got themselves investigated, like I said. We have destroyed and bank failure. Somebody here is going to be bankrupt. There's no money left for these people. No money. Now they're going to be running away here because their toxicity has finally caught up to them. I don't know. It's really given. Somebody here destroyed their whole life. Wow. Tantric sex and pregnancy test. We have a bugaboo. Getting a room, getting played. You know what the funny thing is? I feel like this started off with one person coming after you, and then it turned into like their partner, their spouse, their friends, the rest of the family, whatever, whoever. All these people against little old you, all because these people were bugaboos. They use people for what they have. Maybe somebody here was using somebody for a place to stay. Maybe that's one of these person's spouses. I don't know. It's like they were playing you while they were also being played, but they didn't want to admit the fact that they were being played. Maybe because of a bad choice that they made about getting into a relationship with somebody. Maybe they got them pregnant, so they felt like they had to stay in that relationship because they were doing the right thing out of honor. I don't believe in that. I believe doing the right thing is doing the best thing, and I don't think two people should stay together just because. People co-parent all the time. So that's why this person made you the common enemy. Because your happiness exposes all of their demons, because none of them are happy. None of them are happy. Everybody's upset. And these are people who practice escapism with all this tantric sex. And that could even been part of the ritual that they were using to go against you. Bad choices. They couldn't take ownership of their own bad choices. Excuse me. You have been protected. This could even be somebody here who was upset that you wouldn't be their secret lover, or that you wouldn't be a third party for them. I don't know. Take it however it resonates, but for some of you, this is a family member. For some of you, this is somebody that you once dated who was in a secret relationship, who was miserable, but they didn't want to leave, but yet you wanted more and you were not comfortable being the other person. And they got mad at the fact that you wouldn't be their other person, that you wouldn't stand by their side, while they still committed to a bad choice because they felt like they had to. I feel like none of this has ever been any of your problem. And maybe that was part of this delay. They wanted you to feel the weight, feel the burden, feel the pressure of the shit that they were unwilling to confront because they were dissipating. They were just doing a really good job at trying to project it out onto you. And I feel like the universe allowed that to happen just so that the universe could see how far they were willing to go and how far you were going to be willing to overcome something. Because like I said, you're going to be receiving double for your troubles. There is some kind of red lipstick stains. There is some kind of evidence here. You already know the tea. You know what's up. You know exactly who these people are. And you have all the information that you need to expose them. But the differences between you and them is that you don't have to take somebody else down in order to elevate yourself. That's the difference between you and them. The record is going to be set straight here. Yes, it is. That's the difference between you and them. You don't have to tear somebody else down in order to make yourself look better. You let your work speak for itself. And that's what these people can't stand. And now they've lost everything. Now they've lost everything. Universe, tell us more. Secrets coming to light. There are some secrets that are coming to light. You can run, but you can't hide. I feel like everybody's turning on everyone. Because they weren't able to sacrifice you. They weren't able to eliminate you. They weren't able to have you carry their burdens. Caged, confined, and binded. That's exactly what they wanted from you. That's the secret that's coming to light. How they were trying to cage you, confine you, keep you binded, keep you trapped, keep you stuck to their own misery. Because misery loves company. All because of greed. All because they're gold diggers. They could have even been holding back your inheritance in some kind of way. Envy. Unhealthy competition. Very envious. Very unhealthy. I mean, it's one thing to be inspired by somebody else and to push people to be their best selves. But whatever was happening here was being very unhealthy because somebody here was trying to be you. They wanted to be seen as you. They wanted to carry your energy. They wanted the glory, the attention that you got for doing what it is that you do, for being you. All they had to do was be themselves. And they could have gotten that same glory and attention had they just been honest with themselves. Had they just owned all of themselves. Unremorseful, doesn't care about others' feelings. They do not care. Constant sob stories. They're never the problem. They always complain. They always blame everybody else. They're always crying. Woe is me. This happened to me because of this. This happened to me because of that person. This happened to me because of them. This happened to me because of you. This happened to me. Da da da. I did that because of this. I did that because of you. You made me do that. That's the type of energy that this person is. This could be your mother, or this person just could be a mother it's themselves. Secret feelings closed off. Smiles in your face and talks behind your back. A karmic masculine. It could have been a karmic masculine that's been working with their mother. Or maybe their mother is just as karmic as they are. Or maybe this karmic masculine is stuck with the baby mama. Well, you should watch where you stick your things. Just saying. Somebody here who has secret feelings, they're closed off, they can't feel like they're themselves, they feel like they're stuck to the choices that they made. You can always make better choices. I don't know, somebody is choosing to be defined by their circumstances instead of being defined by their actions. But yet, they don't care. They don't care about others' feelings. Childhood trauma, unhealed self, hothead, anger management, temper tantrum, somebody here who gets really angry, really jealous when they don't get their way, stomps their feet, slams doors, unhealed childhood trauma. Maybe that's why they're holding back secrets, because they felt like maybe they were not raised in a safe place. Again, none of this is your problem. And I'm sorry to be mean like that, but it's not the collective's problem. Somebody who skips steps, they take the easy way out, they cut corners. Oh, because I was hurt as a child and I didn't receive any love as a child. Oh, please. Write a soap opera. Write a movie. Write a book. You're not the only one with that story. Other people just didn't allow it to define themselves. You shouldn't either. Universe, tell us more. We have a creep. This is somebody here who's a creep. Peeping Tom. Maybe they use binoculars. This karmic masculine here who doesn't care about who they hurt. Maybe that's a secret that is coming to life. Maybe somebody here is getting caught spying on people because they're trapped in a dead-end relationship. Wanted you trapped, bound, tied down, and stuck. That's what they wanted. They wanted you to serve them. Because you feed their ego. Because you're light. Underlying mental illness. Somebody here could really have serious mental issues that need a professional. And can we please end the stigma with going to therapy? There's nothing wrong with going to therapy and getting help. Somebody here is not on your side. They weaponize the info that you give them. This is somebody here who could have a criminal felon past. Gossip and rumors and false reports. I knew somebody here was making false reports. Paying people off, buying loyalty. Wow. This person could have even been paying people. With what money? I don't know. Somebody here who started a rumor and gossip here because they can't control their anger. I really feel like this person's more angry at themselves. But yet is not confronting the root cause of that anger. So instead that they do, they file false reports against you, somebody here who's doing things the right way, and yet they're paying people off to buy their loyalty in order to corroborate their story? Fake copycat blends in. This is somebody here who's lazy. They do not follow through. They're a thief, physically or emotionally. All they know how to do is steal. Fraud and scammer. And again, still buying people off, trying to buy their loyalty. Paying people off to agree with them. And now they're receiving bad karma. Because now the universe... You know what? You don't think the universe can pay people off too to do the right thing? They can. Universe, tell us more, please. We have sun, strength, empowerment, heart chakra opening, compassion, happiness, truth, reveal. The sun will rise again. They try to rob you of your heart, the one thing that defines you. They try to steal your love, rob you of your joy. But they didn't do that. Your happiness is still going to be able to shine through. Some of you have even had to guard your heart, like guard your wishes, because you knew that these people would just try to sabotage you in the end. We have self-care energy. Yeah, they wanted you depleted. They didn't think that you would cleanse them. They didn't think that you would catch on that they are the problem. So, eliminate the problem. Let them cry, let them be angry, let them lash out. They're only revealing their true self. That's what they did when you chose self-care, when you chose to love yourself, when you chose, you know what? I can't keep expecting things to change in this circumstance if I am unwilling to change. And the one change that you made was the most important one. Your perception about this person or these people. The moon, following your intuition here. Subconscious emotions. We have fear, deceit, things are not as they appear. No, and you caught wind of that. It's not about what people say, it's how they act. Actions will always speak louder than words. You are in your north node, my dear. You are in your north node. This is destiny here unfolding. Faith, evolution, finding your life path, karmic challenges, and rewards. Pay attention to your dreams at this time. They could be highly speaking to you. Your spirit guides could be speaking to you. People here could even be trying to astral travel to you, trying to incept your dreams to figure out what is going on. Maybe some of y'all have been praying at night, you know, to whoever you believe in, to your spirit team. Say, hey, keep me protected tonight. That's all you have to do. Throw it out into the universe. Ask the ancestors. They will be more than happy to stand at your bedside and protect you. Somebody here is at a loss here. They're feeling wounded because they don't feel like they're enough. Because you don't make them feel like they're enough. Worthiness comes from the inside, not from without. Not on the outside. Universe, tell us more. Separation. Decisions. And new starts. We have divorce here twice. Somebody was trying to rob you of love. They wanted you to feel abandoned. They wanted you to feel forgotten. But you made a wiser decision. You made a wiser choice. You were like, all right, well, if love is not being offered here, then I'll just go somewhere else. And that brought you closer to your divinity, closer to faith, closer to God, closer to source. Now they want your forgiveness. Now they want an apology because they want to speak their heart. No, they don't. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. You're not going to lie to me. It's your guilty conscience that's now coming through. There is going to be some kind of confession here because now somebody here is being nostalgic and looking back at the past. They want to be vulnerable after being guarded because they know that your heart is open. And we have structure, foundation, wants to build a foundation, balance, building, slow and steady. In truth, new perspective. Yeah, they want to apologize, all right. I think they just want a handout because they see that you're doing good now. They didn't believe in you. They didn't support you. They didn't think that you could do it. They tried to destroy you as you were doing it. And they're like, oh, wow, collective is really strong. Wow, I should have never doubted them. They were still able to succeed, even though I was throwing stones at them. You just got tougher skin. We have doubts and lonely in the reverse. Thoughts and traps. See, you don't feel doubtful, and you know that you're not alone. Even though you guys might have been in this situation alone. Like, maybe you haven't had many friends or family that you can trust, and maybe your circle has been really, really close. Right, really tight. And people are like, oh, they're never going to make it because they're so alone. But you did. You did it with Source. You did it with the universe. You did it because you believed in yourself, and that's all you need. That's all you need. Right? Aren't diamonds made under pressure? Now they're feeling trapped. Now they're overthinking. I didn't even know that card was reversed in this deck. So now they want to apologize because they know that a new start is coming. They are attracting something new. You guys could even be branching out in whatever endeavor it is that you're doing. Like maybe your business is going to blow up and you're going to have to, maybe open another location. All right? Or maybe you're going to be climbing up the ranks, going into a higher position. Or you could be having to hire people to help you with all of the extra work that is coming in. Either way, they want a piece of the action. And I don't think you're going to give it to them. Because even though you may be loving, you're also not stupid. Even though you may play dumb, you're actually not. And I think that's what pisses them off even more. That's what hurts their ego. I think you were dealing with gullible people. People who were so gullible that they fell for their own lies and fell for their own traps. Universe, please give us an affirmation. We have gentleness. I speak with gentleness, I listen with gentleness, I align with the gentlest part of myself, and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. I am like a baby deer who's best friends with the baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps its little trunk around my shoulders, and we lay down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. You are so gentle, but yet it took a whole army to try and take you out. And here you are, left standing. They didn't think you could, but you did. Universe, please give us a final message for the collective, please. Steadfastness. 32 also breaks down to a 5. This is about change. Do not waver back and forth or be moved by the circumstances that are surrounding you at this time. Be focused on your purpose and unwilling to be swayed by what other people think or by what you perceive. Ganesha heartens you by revealing that when you know your effort is not futile, you will be steadfast and immovable. This seems to be a major stumbling block in your life at this time. Perhaps your current job gives little recognition with no real sense of accomplishment or success. You may feel unheard in your relationships. Possibly the error lies in the fact that in your heart you really feel your struggle is hopeless. You may recognize it on an intellectual level, but you are easily shaken when you do not see the fruit of your exertion. Ganesha is pictured here riding the elephant to engage you in the energy of the elephant spirit. Elephants can teach you that kindness, dedication, and communication in relationships is very powerful. They remind you that it is necessary to keep relationships alive. Trusting and loving, whether the relationship is with friends, family, or partner. Deeply faithful to all creatures with which they have relationships, elephants are tough when protecting others and gentle when nurturing them. The matriarch, the oldest, most experienced female leader of the herd, leads in a way that is both gentile and inclusive. Elephants are able to communicate telepathically. When you draw this card, your ability to truly listen to others is enhanced. Do whatever is necessary to safeguard your resolve. You are receiving guidance that this is the time to dig in. Remain focused and don't get caught up in trying to create a change. The energy in your job or relationship is ever changing. Ask Ganesha to bring you the strength to work through what is happening. Stay committed and on track. Do not give up, as change will show up soon and the situation will be transformed. And lastly, let's end with a page from the Book of Happy. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help someone else. That's a Chinese proverb. Maybe somebody hates the fact that what you do helps other people. Maybe not only are you following your dream and living your life, but you're also telling people that they can do it too. Because like I said, you are setting the example by your actions. That is what I have for y'all today. I'm sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.